To get a plate, day 2 on the seat, and this plate right here that happens to be 20 bucks. You can't see it. Wait, they're right there. You see that? 12 by 24. I'm looking for a plate that is no crap 14 by 18 and a half. So that would have worked, but instead I have to spend double that to get a 24 by 24 just for an extra 2 inches of steel. So fucking those. Alright, so I'm out here and I already cut this side, which is the width, and it's 15. So I already deburred it also. That's extra material, which, by the way, I noticed that this was going to be a free seat mount, but buying this metal now put us into like the $40 range. But since I get this whole extra piece of metal and this whole extra piece of metal, I'm going to call it the $20 to $25 range, because basically now I get like $20 extra worth of steel, because it's only like, I'm only using a little more than half this plate. So anyways, now I'm about to cut the length, which is 18, and then this guy will be nice and ready to go. And then I'm going to go inside, and I am going to use the cardboard template on the seat to get exactly where the holes go in the seat, and then transfer it over to this guy. And then when I get all the holes drilled out on this, I will see where the rails lie, and then drill the holes for the rails and get it mounted up. So getting closer. Alright, so I didn't have a cardboard box big enough, so I had to kind of make one. But as you can see, I got it taped onto all 4 corners so it doesn't move, and then I poked a hole where in the middle point of every seat bracket mount, or well, I guess seat side rail. And now I'm going to pull this off and take it out there to the metal that I cut, and basically overlay it, center it, and then drill the holes. The template drawn onto the piece of metal. Now I'm going to clamp it down and drill some holes. Well, scratch that. I am actually going to the store to buy the correct bits. I have some old bits that my grandfather gave me, and I've used them before on a couple of metal things, but it's I guess this metal is just, the stainless is a lot harder than the metal that I'm used to drilling on, and I have no idea, but I already snapped 3 bits, and I don't know if you can see it, but that's all the progress that's been made. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the store. I gotta return this cutting wheel anyways. It doesn't fit my angle grinder, and yeah, get some bits that actually do the job. After the second trip to Lowe's today, which also, side note, will not be my last because I'm an idiot, I forgot, like, this is all grade 8 stuff, minus these because they don't make these in grade 8, but they're nice and thick. These are the bolts to attach the seat to the plate, but my dumbass forgot the bolts to attach the plate to the rails. So I need an exact duplicate set of this, what you're looking at. So yeah, I'm an idiot. Anyways, got those, and also got a drill bit that is capable of drilling what I need with no problem. So stupid masonry bits that I must have been using. Also, I picked up a new pilot hole bit in the same grade, so that the holes are, it doesn't walk around when I try to drill with this. And I got the correct blade for the angle grinder. I took this one, which is a little grinding disc, with me that I haven't used before, and matched the size. The other one was just like that much too big and wouldn't slide past the guard. So get back on the seat of the right tool. Can't do it with one hand, but it goes through effortlessly. So that rail took a lot of cutting. I'll show you the scraps in a minute, but that rail was actually pretty easy. I did that one last night. This one doesn't have the holes drilled in it yet. This one does. I'm using 5/16 inch hardware. I'm going to use by 1.25 and all grade 8. That's that second set I got to go get. These are basically just the stock rails with everything cut off of them. There's a better view. Here's the plate with the seat holes already drilled in it, and then basically it just literally lays right on top of the factory rails, and then you bolt your seat down and you're golden. So, and that's not going anywhere. It's level and everything. So awesome. I'm really stoked with that. It looks good. Also, the kit came with some spacers, so even if it's not level, I can adjust the height on whichever side it needs. So, I have returned from Lowe's. Got a 2-pack of these little pilot bits because I broke the first one and I had to go back to Lowe's. But also had to go to get a second set of hardware because for some reason, like I said earlier, my dumbass only was thinking about the seat to the plate, not the plate to the rails. So, got all that stuff now. Also, grade 8. I am up to like $60, roughly, is what I spent today. I do get extra metal and extra drill bits, so it's not, you know, in total vain. Like if I would have spent $75 on the seat bracket and would have went in, you know, without a hassle. I get a couple of extra things out of it, and like I said, if you total it up minus the extra metal, it's probably maybe like $40. So, yep. I'm going to get to finishing up the holes in the mounting plate. I'm doing a couple extras so that if I don't like it, I can move it forward and backwards. So we're going to try it up and then bolt it up and see if it works. Aftermath of one of the seat rails, just one. So yeah, I would say it definitely took some time. Here's the one side, and the other side's going to be the same way, but Jamal, come on dude. Anyways, big fat washer on the bottom. Big fat washer on the top. Then we have a lock washer, and then there's going to be a nut with thread locker. So all grade 8. So strong shit. Finished product. Washers on both sides. Factory seat rails. Actually looks really nice. And then I haven't even walked over here to test it, but basically it'll sit with a little bit of force, it'll sit right there. So, look at that. That's freaking nice, man. And the seat will just bolt right there, and it's done. So, hell yeah. It bolted up to the seat. So, on this side, one of the bolts was hitting the thing, as you see. I had to saw it off, and I actually had to slot the plate that it rests on a little bit so that the plate could move this way just a tad, so that I moved the other way, I'm sorry, so it wouldn't hit this as bad. But I'm gonna go test fit it in the car and hope that it's straight. I'm really kind of worried about that because it doesn't kind of look straight, so I'm really worried. Well, we have a problem. It's not level at all. You can tell right there it is leaning this way towards me. Even the seat brackets don't mount up. They line up on this side, but that one is like an inch off that hole, and this one seems to be pushed forward. So what I'm going to do, also it needs to be sitting up about like that high off what it's resting on. So like a solid inch or two. So what I'm going to do is pretty simple, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm going to do it today, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically put some solid bushings between, or spacers between the bottom of this washer and the top of this plate, basically spacing the rail off about that high. So it'll lower the rail to the mounting points but raise the seat. So this one's going to be the tricky one. I don't know about this guy. So may have to drill. I have an M10 tap. Might just drill this right here and tap that M10 since it doesn't quite line up, and then just use that. So, because it's straight. I haven't even set in it, honestly. Now that I hope the leg distance is right. I didn't even measure that. But yeah, this is probably where I'm going to leave it today. Annoyed, but progress. Alright, so since today was sort of a fail with the seat, let's see if this new injector here that I just put in solves my problem. Got my handy dandy stethoscope here, screwdriver, and where's the keys? Here they are. I'm gonna let it idle, and I'm gonna go listen. It honestly sounds better. So you basically put the screwdriver right here in the little lip, and it's clicking away, just like the one next to it, and the one next to that, and the last one. Cool. Got to run in 240 again. So, also I found this. Make sure there wasn't just a ton of air, because that could cause the reason of why it's taking long to heat up, because there's air in the system, or why it's inaccurate at least. I'm thinking that the thermostat was messed up, but anyways.